Hey there, Danny here. Welcome to my ramblings. This is a quick one today before I head back out to do some more deliveries. It's been a great morning so far. I'm doing much better with sleeping at night and not having to deal with the horrors of the graphicness of what I saw. If you saw the last video, thanks to my youngest son and his forever love, they allowed me to get that off my chest, thank God. I asked before I did it, I would have never just handed that over to anybody. Anyways, I wanted to come on here and talk to you about masks. Not literal masks, but masks that people wear. So, if somebody doesn't like themselves, that's essentially what addiction is. They don't like who they are, so they do their drugs or they do their alcohol. They do these things excessively because it's the only way that they can feel like they matter. Because the truth is, they're wearing a mask when they're out in front of people. And if they're on their drugs, they can just blame it on the drugs if their mask slips and you see them, their true self. Here's the thing though. If you constantly are dealing with people that are wearing masks, you're gonna be dealing with crap after crap after crap, drama after drama after drama, hearing rumors about yourself and stuff. It's because these people don't like themselves. Now here's the number one rule to learning to love yourself and find your true authentic self. You have to learn to like yourself in order to love yourself. And let's get it straight. If you don't like yourself, how can you expect somebody else to like you? If you don't love yourself, how can you expect somebody else to love you? You can't receive something that you cannot give away. You just can't. It's not possible when it comes to this. So, the solution to anybody who wears a mask and is tired of wearing that mask is literally inside of them. They just have to learn to go through the process of learning to love themselves and find their true authentic self. Because once they do, their world changes drastically. The need for that addiction that they had isn't there anymore because they begin to grow and realize that they like who they are. They don't have to medicate it away, so if they screw up, they can justify it because I was drunk or I was on drugs. I mean, could you imagine going through life like that? I mean, that seems so foreign to me. Oh, I was drunk. I never accepted that as an excuse. Because my take on the drinking thing is your true self comes out when you're drunk. So if somebody's a true asshole or a true bitch, it's going to come out when they're drinking. If somebody's a true, kind, caring person, that's going to come out too when they're drinking. But they do this because they don't like themselves. They don't do it because because they're happy or they want to be happy. They literally do it because they don't like their life. It just like I said in a previous video about homeless people. If your life was so crappy that you were living on the streets, you didn't know where your next meal was coming, you didn't know where your next shower was coming from, you didn't know anything from minute to minute, how can you not understand that they're doing drugs? I mean, come on. How do you see a way out of that? Who's going to give you a job? You don't have an address. you don't have the ability to shower and clean up to make it to work. Really, how do they get out of it? They don't see a way. So they medicate. So they don't have to deal with their life. It's the same way for all addicts, in my opinion. So if you're dealing with people who are wearing masks, know that no matter what is said, because people with masks are going to point a finger at you, but they've got three back at them. So if you have this problem of dealing with people like that, it's really actually rather simple to get rid of. You just don't have anything to do with those people. You keep them at arm's length. I don't care if they're family, I don't care if they're friends, I don't care who they are. They've got an addiction. They don't love themselves. They don't even like themselves. And that's why they need to alter their brain, so then they don't have to deal with the reality. Because they know they're wearing a mask. They're not stupid. They know it. We've just given them the benefit of the doubt for how many decades. They know what they're doing. So, if you're somebody who wears a mask, you might want to start looking at yourself, because nobody can love you or like you until you like you and love you. You can't receive something that you don't have. It's just that simple. You just can't. You can't receive love or like unless you love and like yourself. How can you expect somebody else to like you and love you if you don't even like you or love you? You're expecting somebody, and this is why relationships don't work with people who put masks on or with addicts, because the truth is, you're not having a relationship with a real person. You're having a relationship with somebody wearing a mask. You think that this is who the person is, but the truth is, deep down they're not. That's not who they are. They don't like themselves. That's why they put the mask on, to sucker you into it. And the reason that they torment you and verbally abuse you and everything is honestly, they do it because they can't believe that you would want to love them, because they don't like themselves and they don't love themselves. So how could you? What's wrong with you? Do you see how there's 1 and 3? The problem is they don't want to look at themselves. They don't want to grow. They don't want to find their authentic self. They just, they're enjoying staying the victim. And those are the ones who create drama and tell lies and smear campaigns behind your back. And the only reason that they do it is because they think that if they can turn people against you, then that makes them better than you. The problem is nobody's better than anybody. Nobody. We're all human beings. We're all gonna make mistakes. We're all gonna sin. It's how you deal with it. And I think our society does us an injustice because it doesn't teach us how to pick ourselves back up when we've been crushed or dropped to our knees or been in a tough situation. But stick with me and we'll get you through it. We'll find your true authentic self and you'll learn to love yourself. And the world's a great place once you start to do that. Then you don't have to deal with all these people wearing masks because you can see them for who they are and you don't want anything to do with it. It's really that easy. So if you have any comments or you want to talk about anything, feel free to reach out. Information's below. You can leave a message if you want. I gotta head back out and go do some more delivery. Have a great day, guys. Love ya.